Hi guys, and welcome to URench. Today we're bringing you another video on the Dodge Grand Caravan, the 2008 through 2022 model. Same applies for the Town and Country. It also applies for quite a few other models across the Dodge and Chrysler range as well. Now if your windscreen wipers are making a horrible noise, something like this, then you've probably worked out it's time to change them. And this is what we're going to show you how to do in this video. Let's get it done. So the first thing to point out on the Grand Caravan is when you're ordering your new wiper blades is you need to realise that they are very different lengths. You can see just by looking at them they're completely different lengths. The short one we have here, that is 20 inches, and the longer one right here is 26 inches. We've got a 6-inch difference between the two, and so it's very obvious looking at them that they are completely different lengths. So when you're ordering your blades, remember you're not looking for a matched pair, you're looking for one 20 and one 26-inch blade. Now just for your reference, the blades that we have currently fitted that we'll be removing, and the brand new ones that we'll be replacing them with, are these ones. These are Bosch Clear Advantage, and these are what's known as an aero twin or a flat blade wiper. Now these are far better than your traditional kind of metal framed wiper. As you can see, they're quite flexible, and they don't actually have a metal frame. They're almost just the blade itself. They are on a kind of a little frame, but it's all integral. So rather than having that kind of old-fashioned metal frame, these are kind of far superior to those old-fashioned ones. They're far more flexible and kind of fit around the windscreen operation, and they're no more expensive. So when you are choosing your wiper blades, you might want to get this type. It doesn't have to be this brand, of course. Get whatever brand you like, but if you look out for aero twin or a flat blade wiper, that will give you this flexible type, and they are much better. What we'll do is we'll add some links for you to these Bosch blades on Amazon.com and Amazon.ca into the video description below. So if you want to help support us, or if you want to buy these Bosch blades, you can go ahead and click that link. Now a quick tip for you: whenever you're working on your wiper blades, it's always a good idea to put something between the windscreen and the blade. I'm going to put a piece of cardboard in there temporarily. The reason being is you're lifting this up and they are spring loaded, and they can smash down onto the windscreen with quite a lot of force. And that's not really a problem when you've got your nice rubber blade on there. However, once you've taken your blade off, you'll have a bare metal kind of hook there, and if you accidentally put that up and you nudge it and it comes down and hits your windscreen, it might be something that you come to regret. So obviously it doesn't have to be a big piece of cardboard. You can stick anything in there, folded up blanket, whatever, a foam mat, whatever you've got handy. But it's always a good idea, just for safety, just to protect your windscreen from the tip right there of the wiper arm. So before we show you how to remove the old one, or indeed how to fit the new one, it's important to realise how these wiper arms work. Now here you can see it's just basically a metal hook. It just comes back on itself 90 degrees, and there is a hole on the bottom of it, hopefully you guys can see that right in the video. Just in there is a little hole, and so the way that these work is normally you would put your blade in and around them and then slide it back up, and they normally have a little plastic tab, and that little plastic tab needs to click into the little hole there, and that's obviously what stops it coming back off again. If it didn't click in, it would just slide back off and the wiper blade would fall off. So this is what you need to bear in mind. Now your wiper blades that you have on your car currently may not be identical to the Bosch blades that we have on ours, but the basic principle will be exactly the same. They will hook on and click in. So when you're coming to remove yours, if yours are a little bit different, just remember that you need to detach whatever it is that's clicked into this hole. If you don't detach that little clip that snaps in there, then you won't be able to slide it off. So that's the key. So if yours is different, just spend a little bit of time looking at it, and you'll see there's some kind of lever or something that you need to press or depress to unlock this thing from the little hole here, this little catch. Once you've unlocked that, that's the tricky bit, then the whole thing should slide off. So on these Bosch blades, you've got this little section. You squeeze the two sides in and lift it up. It's on a kind of on a hinge. So next we have this little plastic tab that we need to kind of pull down on. So I'm getting a little flathead screwdriver, just putting that in there, make sure that tab's lifted down. And if you start to push the blade downwards, it should, there it goes, pop off like so. So to fit our new blades, what we want to do is basically slide this hook over the top of our little plastic bracket in the centre of our blade here. And just slide it back, And remember, that thing needs to click in, so we need to hear that click in. Once you've got it clicked on, give it a bit of a push backwards. That's perfect, that's not going to come off. If I really forced it, I might be able to get it off. Obviously you don't want to snap it, it is only a little plastic catch. Make sure that's on nice and secure. Then we have this little plastic flap here, just push that down and click it into place. So that's our first blade done, and so obviously what we can do now is we can go and repeat the process on our second blade. And the other nice thing about these Bosch wipers is they do come with various adapters for various other models of cars, but the standard one that comes fitted on it is exactly what you need for the Grand Caravan, so you don't need to mess around with any of these can be thrown away. Now they're fitted, we'll do one final check. We'll put a bit of screen wash on there and make sure that the action of the blades all looks as it should. So there we go guys, the job is now complete. And just remember, if your wiper blades aren't identical to the ones that you've seen in this video, they will work in exactly the same principle. Just remember that wiper arm is just a hooked piece of metal with a little hole in it. And there's going to be a little plastic catch on the wiper arm, on the wiper blade, sorry, that goes inside that little hole. And once you've worked out what that is and you get that detached, the whole thing will just slide off. So once you understand that principle, it doesn't matter if the blades are slightly different, because the process will be exactly the same as you've just seen here. So we're going to go ahead now and we're actually going to do a rear wiper blade replacement as well. And this will be a separate video, and I'll have a link for you in the video description below. So if you also need to do your rear, it's always a good idea to do them all at the same time. You can go and check that video out as well. If this video has been helpful for you, can you take 1 second out of your day just to hit that like button for us? Please be sure to check out our YouTube channel. We've got loads more great content on these cars waiting for you to check out. And if you could do us a favour and hit that subscribe button, that really does help us out and we'd much appreciate it. We'll see you again guys, thank you.